Sure, Kim here. Welcome to another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found at Amazon.com. And today, I got a question from somebody a couple days ago. And they asked me, why don't I put women on a pedestal? As a matter of fact, he went on to say, should you put anybody on a pedestal? And I think you're going to be surprised about the response that I gave to him, how I responded. Here's the deal. No one ever told me I had to put anybody on a pedestal. No one ever told me I had to be professional. No one ever told me I had to become somebody else when certain people come in the room, or if I go get a job. No one ever told me I had to pretend that I was somebody else. No one ever told me that I had to look down at an interview or don't look in someone's eyes. No one ever told me how to do none of that shit. I didn't see any of that shit when I was growing up until I started working jobs. Until I started working summer jobs. And that's when I saw how people, mostly non-white people, acted once the supervisor and the boss or manager came into the building or came through the door. That's when I started seeing people will just flip like that. They'll become like a totally different person. I think it's kind of like a survival mechanism within some people, and they automatically do it without even really thinking about it sometimes. But I wasn't taught that. I wasn't raised like that. That's why when I see a lot of people say and do things, sometime on television and sometime when I'm out and about, I just think I can't relate to a lot of that stuff. It's weird, man. It's weird to me, because everywhere I go, I'm me. I don't change. I don't change for anything or anybody, or no circumstances, or no nothing. Who you see right here, right now, if you ever meet me in person, this is who you're gonna. I'm the same dude. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if I go to Japan or Singapore, Mexico, Australia. I'm the same dude. You know what I'm saying? This is just me, But I told him I don't put anybody on a pedestal because no one ever told me I had to do it, and no one's special to me until proven otherwise. Unless you're like my uncle that pulled a woman out of a burning car, and after he pulled her out, the car went up in flames. You're special if you've done something like that. Or maybe somebody told you were special. Someone said, hey, you changed my life. I like what you told me on such and such day and time. Or unless you're ex-military, you went to Iraq, Baghdad, Afghanistan, wherever. You're on the front lines, yeah, you're special. Now, you might be special to your parents, but to the rest of us, you're not special until proven otherwise, because you have to earn that. Now, I know some people will say, hey, I'm special because I'm from a good family. My family's well off, a wealthy family. I went to Ivy League college. I went to Harvard, Yale, Spelman, Oxford, West Point. Or I'm better than you because I'm from another country. Or my skin is lighter than yours. Or because I have more money than you. because I have a better car than you. I dress better than you. I look better than you. I smell better than you. You know, it's a bunch of bullshit out here. It's a bunch of craziness. I mean, I think I've heard it all. I mean, people will come up with almost anything to validate why they're better than you and why they should be put on a pedestal. I'm better than you because I'm a celebrity, or because I've been on television a couple times, or because I live in a city. I live in New York City, or I live in a major city, and you live in the suburbs or in the country. I mean, all kinds of bullshit. And women will buy into a lot of this bullshit, and they'll walk around and start trying to put this bullshit on a lot of guys, you know, and a lot of guys buy into it too. So a lot of guys feel like, hey, well, I guess I gotta get in where I fit in. No, you don't gotta get in where you fit in. You can just be you, and if they can't accept that, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of bullshit out here today. I mean, it's a lot of bullshit that comes along with letting people in your circle and just getting to know a lot of people. You know, some people. This is why you have to have standards. Because if you don't have standards and you don't know who you are, you will buy into a lot of this bullshit. You don't have to be involved in a lot of this bullshit. I mean, you can have your own ideas. You can have your own way of living. I mean, nobody's better than you. They might have more experience than you. They might have been dealt a better hand at life than you, but nobody's better than you. Nobody's better than you because they went to Ivy League college. Who cares? Nobody's better than you because they got a better job than you, make more money than you. Who cares? If somebody tells you, a lot of women do this shit. Some guys do it too. They'll start talking about themselves, talking about where they work at, and how many degrees they got. And you're sitting down talking to them, I'm like, so what? What you should be thinking about is, can we relate to each other? If at all. Y'all might not have anything in common. So if someone's talking to you about bragging about where they work at and where they got educated at, just get up and leave. I mean, if somebody's talking about themselves the whole time, I would just leave. We don't have anything in common, and that's the red flag. They're into themselves too much, and they're probably single. And no guy, at least in his right mind, at least that's confident within himself, is going to sit there and tolerate that bullshit. You know, you got to stand for something, or you continuously fall for anything. At some point, I know some of us weren't born with a silver spoon in our mouths, and some of us were dealt a bad hand, or maybe we weren't dealt the hand that we would like. But at some point, you got to stand up. You got to be like, fuck that. I'll just find another way. You know what I'm saying? This is bullshit. A lot of bullshit out here. You got people that come over here. I mean, a lot of people, probably hundreds, thousands of people that come over here from other countries. They act like they know the secret. Like they know something that I don't know. You know, they come over here arrogant, rude, ignorant, a lot of them. And they feel like, hey, you know, this is the greatest place to live in the world, greatest country to live in the world. This is this American dream. This is the place to be. Yeah, compared to where you came from, it is. Because where you came from, your neighborhood looked like the dumpster, the dump site. So yeah, you know, because if you really had it so good, you wouldn't be coming over here. Because most people, when I go visit these other countries, you name it, I don't care where I go. The people that are doing well, they don't want to come to America. What for? Shit. I mean, I met people in Japan. I met people in Mexico. I met people in Singapore. I met people in all over the world. The people that are doing well, shit, they don't want to come to America. They never thought about moving to America. What for? The only people, let me tell you something. The majority of people that move to America are people that aren't doing well, and most of them are just average people. That's it. They're just average people. That's it. I mean, they're not really, it's not really to them. They just wanted to come over here because they wanted unearned benefits. That's what they get when they come over here. So, an 18-year-old dude that's been here all his life, he can't even get a credit card. He can't even get a loan. But a person that comes from China, anywhere else, can come over here and within a couple days, couple weeks, couple months, get a credit card and a loan. And the 18-year-old dude that's been living here all his life can't get no credit cards, no nothing. And they're going to turn him down, and they're going to say, hey, you can't get no credit card because you don't got no credit. So if you say, hey, okay, well, if you call them up and say, hey, why did I get turned down? Because you don't got no credit. So say, hey, how do I get credit? You get credit by establishing credit. So in order for me to establish credit, someone has to take a chance on me to get established. You see the oxymoron? You see how fucked up the system is? So a lot of these people that's coming over here are coming over here for unearned benefits. And you've been living over here for probably 18, 20 years of your life. And if you're a black person or a non-white person, you don't get shit starting off. How did that make you feel? And these people coming over here acting like they didn't have no help. Like, hey, I bootstrapped, I did it all myself. You know, I had the support of my family and all this crap. That's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them, when they meet somebody like me, they can't pop that bullshit. Because I call them out. Because I know what's going on in this country. And I visit a lot of these other countries. So I know what's going on over there too. And a lot of the benefits they get when they come here, they can't get that shit over there. In these other countries, if you don't got it, you just ain't got it. You're going to have to bootstrap in them other countries. You know what I'm saying? But over here, they have welfare programs. This is a welfare state that we live at. The United States is a welfare state. They give out free shit. Other countries, they don't give out free shit. They might give out free shit if I go to Mexico or Japan or somewhere else. But a lot of these people come over here, they're getting hands out, unearned benefits. And they want to act like they're better than you when they come over here. And in reality, everyone gets help except for us. That's how that shit is. So don't let people play you. Don't let people act like they're better than you just because you didn't have any help and they did in reality. You know what I'm saying? And don't act like, and don't fall for that bullshit with a lot of these women. They'll be hustling and looking for certain type of guys. You know, fuck all that. If they're not rocking with you because of you, tell them to kick rocks. Tell them to kick rocks. Because if they're rocking with you for a certain specific reason, whenever you fall off or stop doing whatever that is, they're going to be gone anyway. So it doesn't matter. So I don't put anybody on a pedestal. You have to earn that. Respect is earned, not given. I don't care if you, just because you have a vagina, just because you're a woman, just because you look nice and attractive, just because you have a nice body. It takes more than that. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Respect is earned, not given. I saw that when I was growing up. My father gave my mother the utmost respect, but she earned it because I saw them work together as a team. And the problem today with a lot of women is they think just because they look nice and smell nice and attractive, that's all it takes. You know, you just have to look nice, but you don't gotta have shit up here in your brain. But that shit don't cut it. Don't fall for that shit. And a lot of women today will try to manipulate you with sex. They try to play that game. If they'll break you off a little bit, and then they feel like you should be obligated to do whatever they want. Bullshit. Bullshit. Don't fall for that shit. This is why you gotta have standards. This is why you gotta set the bar high for yourself. Because if you don't, you fall for anything. You fall prey for anything. And then you get manipulated. And then you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that. The hell with that bullshit. This is why you gotta think. You gotta do what's in the best interest for you. Because if you don't do it, no one else is gonna do it. And that's how that shit is, man. So that's why I don't put women or anybody on a pedestal until proven otherwise. So if you like what you heard, check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Subscribe to my channel. Until next time, Sharp Game is out. Peace.